Dear students, today we are going to discuss the concept of loop execution. Sometimes depending on the need of the application or depending on the task of user, some group of the instructions are required to execute n number of times. So at that time it is required to execute the group of the instructions which are available in the memory n number of times. So at that time the branching group of instructions which are available in the instruction set are helpful to execute the group of the instructions n number of times. So today we will see the concept of loop execution. So as I said, depending on the application or the task, it is required to execute the group of the instruction n number of times. So suppose in the memory instruction 1, instruction 2, instruction 3, instruction 4, instruction 5, these 5 instructions are available in the memory, and suppose this group of 5 instructions are required to execute 5 times. So at that time the branching group of instruction are helpful to execute these instructions 5 times by assuming the count value with 5. So instead of writing these 5 instructions one by one 5 times, we can write these 5 instructions once, and by assuming the counter we can execute this group of 5 instructions 5 times. So to understand the concept of loop execution, we will see the flow chart, then the picture get cleared. How to write the instructions in the program to repeat the process or to execute the group of the instructions depending on the requirement. So we will see the flow chart. First of all, the starting of the program. After this, next block is the initialization section. In this initialization section, we are going to initialize the memory pointers, initialization of the registers, initialization of the counter by using registers. So depending on the need or the user requirement, the initialization section consists of the instructions or set of instructions. After this initialization section, the actual process or the processing section. So in this processing section, we are going to consider the group of the instructions are required to execute n number of times. So according to this example, instruction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this group of instructions required to execute 5 times. So this group of instructions you have to consider in this particular processing section. Then next block is loop control section. So this loop control section consists of the instructions that will control the loop, that is depending on of our need, the loop control section or the instruction you have to consider here to repeat the process. Next block is the decision making block. So here we are going to check the task is over or no, or the count value is 0 or no. So depending on the requirement, so suppose according to this example, the group of the instruction we want to repeat or we want to execute 5 times. So the count value, or we are going to check the execution of this group of instructions is over or no. So is task over. Decision making block will help to decide to check the task is over or no. If the task is over, then stop the execution. If the task is not over, then repeat the process or repeat the execution of the group of the instruction written in this particular processing section. So if suppose task is not over, then go back and start execution from the processing section. Okay, so execution will go back to the processing section and the instructions available in the processing section get executed once again. So in this way, to repeat the group of the execution or to execute the group of instructions n number of times, you have to write the instructions according to this flow. Okay, so first you have to initialize the counter, you have to initialize the memory pointers, you have to initialize the registers required in the program. Okay, so initialization section, you have to consider the group of the instructions for the initialization. Next, depending on the process or the task, you have to write here the group of the instructions. Okay, so in this processing section consists of the set of instructions. Then loop control section will control, is helpful to control the iteration or the repetition process. Decision making block, so here you have to consider the instructions from the branching group of instructions to check the condition is true or no. If the condition is true, then execution should come out of the loop and program should stop the execution. If the condition is not true, or if suppose task is not over, at that time the execution should go back to the processing section to execute the group of the instruction. So in this way you have to write the instructions. In some programs you will find after the completion of the task, concluding section, one more block you can consider here, concluding section. That concluding section will help to store the result in the register or to store the result in the memory. So depending on the program, you have to consider here the group of the instruction in the concluding section. Otherwise directly we can stop the execution. Okay, now we will move towards the few programs which consist of branching group of instructions.